Now then, we have about 20 minutes left. We're doing very well. We're going to be putting the pies together now, but first I'm going to try the batter for the black joe cake. Oh yeah, that is really good. Try that again. All right, we'll put that down. Now, at this point, assembling the pies is simply that. We simply put together what we've already been doing. This is why we do a lot of prep work in advance, so at this point, we're not just rushing around, hurriedly trying to get through with things. So we'll do the apple raisin pie. We have the pie crust. We'll put the filling into the pie crust. We may have more filling than we need. Let's see. We'll put it to the edge of the flutes on it. There we go. We're going to hold the bottom part. We'll hold this part out of the filling. I think that's enough for now. I'll show you something else we can do with that. We will use it. Now, the topping. Take the topping and liberally sprinkle it on. There we go. That's the apple raisin pie. I'll put that here on the edge. Now, for the rest of this, I'm going to get a small cake pan. I'll be right back. What we're going to do with the rest of the apple raisin filling is we're going to put it in a small 9-inch cake pan, just right in the bottom. We're going to spread it around a little bit. There's a little bit more. We're going to take more of the crumb topping and just put it right on top. We'll call it an apple crisp. Now we're actually doing so well today, I have some time. So I'm going to make something I hadn't thought about making, but we're going to make some gingerbread, a very traditional type of Pennsylvania Dutch gingerbread. And to do that, I'm going to soften some butter, and I'll be right back. For our gingerbread, we're going to start with a ½ cup of sugar. Let's see. 1 cup unsulfured baking molasses. Here we go again with the unsulfured baking molasses. Trying really, really hard not to make a mess with this. Oh yeah. There was an historic photograph from, I think, around 1900 in Boston when a molasses factory blew up, or a tank blew up or something, and like hundreds of thousands of gallons of molasses spread over South Boston. It was quite a sight to behold. And I guess they were actually cleaning it up for years after that. All right, this is a good egg. 1 egg, then a ½ cup of softened butter. Now we'll mix it up. It's amazing how well softened butter stirs into things. All right, now we're going to add 2.5 cups unbleached pastry flour. 1, 2.5. 1.5 teaspoons baking soda, and this is just added in. Okay, you don't have to mix it with water, so we're going to hope for the best on this one. 1 teaspoon aluminum-free baking powder. 1 teaspoon cinnamon. Here we go. There we go. And of course, 1 teaspoon ginger. I showed up one baking demonstration to do ginger snaps. Didn't have the ginger. Very embarrassing. I called them spice cookies, but they weren't quite the same. Now, a half teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to mix it up. And then we're going to add 1 cup of water. I can smell the ginger. There we go. Add it in and stir it around. Now with this one, you really want to stir it up and get any lumps out. Unlike the cornbread, where we actually left the lumps in. This you want to stir it hard and get as many lumps out as possible. One reason I'm glad we're doing this particular recipe is because I wanted to show you how to use the cast iron fry pan as a cake pan. They're wonderful. The thick cast iron provides even heat. You can even put pies in here. I use it for pies and cakes. And with a handle, it makes it easy to pull out of the oven. So save Granny's skillets if she has any. Now, pour that out. We're going to pour the batter right into the skillet. This would work well in a Turk's head mold. But again, I want you to have a chance to see how it's going to bake in a cast iron fry pan. Spread it around. Taste it. Very tasty. All right. Now we'll set this aside. And we're down to our last 5 minutes. All we have to do is put the filling for the shoe fly pie into the pie crust. This is the very last thing you do, is make the shoe fly pie. Again, you want to hold out to the very last minute so that the topping doesn't have much chance to be absorbed by the filling. And then we put the filling right on, we put the topping right on top of the filling. And there you have it. I think we've actually done 6 recipes in 1 hour. We have about 3 minutes left. We're going to spend that time taking things up to the bake oven, getting ready to pull out the bread. By the time we have all the pies and cakes up there, it'll be time to pull out the bread. So let's get started.